So the 24H Plus is one of the key flagship programs that the President, under the leadership of His Excellency the President John Dramani, has launched. And it's a program that is targeted at industrialization, job creation, wealth creation, and ultimately domestic tax revenue. And therefore, GRA, we see ourselves as a key constituent and partner in terms of the success of this program. What we are doing is that at the port, we work with other stakeholders. For example, when somebody is bringing goods, you need a standard boss to be there. You need Food and Drugs Authority to be there. You need the EPA to be there. Not all these institutions were 24 ready, but we've worked with them and we've positioned them such that all of these institutions are being hooked and automated into our customs ICOM platform. So that way, all government institutions are then hubbed into the port operations under a 24-hour. Remember that at the port, we've always said that we want to have what we call the single window. That really means that all of us are working on one window at the same time. So what we've done within the President vision is to ensure that agencies that were not within the one window, we've brought them on board so that we can fully implement the 24 hours at the port. It's also important to establish that this nation can only develop when the government has the needed revenue. And GRA has the mandate to mobilize domestic revenue to support government agenda. So we've set ourselves the vision of 360 by 28, which means that in today's terms, you said we are doing 200 billion. But we are also looking forward to say by 2028, GRA should be mobilizing not less than 360 billion in support of government agenda. So this will be a transformative move to ensure that needed revenue is raised to support the agenda. And this is where we are working, one, on our people, as I said, people and culture. Number two, technology-driven GRA. Number three, data-driven and insight-driven GRA.
The YEA has occupied our current facility since 2010. And initially, per my understanding, it was a government facility fully owned and managed by the Ministry of Works and Housing. And so the YEA in past times had not paid any amount in the form of rent to the Ministry of Works and Housing. Somewhere in 2023, the facility was handed over to the facility, a private manager, that's K&A Facility Management Group. And the YEA sat and went into talks with them because the plan was now for the YEA to pay rent to the facility manager who manages the facility, and then you have the facility manager also pay an amount to the Works and Housing. Honorable Chair, let it be noted that in past it wasn't free, but because it was government to government, most often you find government agencies defaulting and paying their rents to other government agencies. So in the wisdom of the Ministry of Works and Housing, they thought that handing it over to a private manager will ensure that government agencies pay, because once you don't pay, then it means you are packing out of their facility. And so in 2023, the rent was paid. In 2024, the facility manager decided to upgrade a lot of amenities within the facility, and so it led to the astronomical rise of in rent payment. But in 2024, after the audit review, we agreed with the recommendations made that the YEA should take steps in finding a permanent facility so we avoid the payment of rent. And so my minister and I had engaged, like he said, with the chief of staff to try and get us accommodation, a permanent place where we do away with rent payment. And I think that is in our interest, because if we have to spend about 4 million cedis paying rent, when we could have used that amount of money to 5 point something, when we could have used that amount of money in creating jobs for the young people out there, it goes a long way to support our cause. And so we are in talks to ensuring that we get a permanent place and we finally do away with rent payment. And so hopefully, Honorable Chair, by next year, I'm sure that plans would begin in getting us a permanent facility to operate from. Thank you.
Honorable CEO, you came with some officials from your outfit. Who was there when this thing was done?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. My Director of Finance was there.
So let him speak to it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, since you were in there, let them speak to it. Thank you, Honorable Chair. I think my internal auditor was part of the team who engaged with the facility manager. Unfortunately, he's here, so I would want him to give insight into that.
Okay, Mr. Chair.
It's a building for government.
Yes, the building is for works and housing. Yes, so in 2022, we were summoned to the ministry, and then we were asked to contact K&A, who is a private company, to manage the facility because the facility is in somehow a bad shape. So after the discussion in 2023, then they brought a bill. So the bill is that if we are not able to pay, then we have to pack out and look for our own facility. So we were compelled to go by that since we're not having any facility at that moment. So, Mr. Chair, that is why we are still there and we are paying the rent. Internal auditor.
Sir, so before 2022, what was the arrangement? Who gave you that facility? Is it from the presidency? Is it from your ministry? Because Works and Housing is a government agency. If Works and Housing, and their mandate is to provide such facilities to government agencies. Now, I won't fault them in engaging a third party.
What people don't understand are the different contracts that are awarded. It lies in the scope of contract. The YE scope of contract is different from that of the assemblies. So whatever monies are given to the assemblies are to focus on a different scope of work. What we get is to focus on the main road and 0.5 meters beside the main road. And so our part of the sanitation model is still at cabinet level. And at the last release of the presidency, realized that His Excellency the President, in his good wisdom, stated that he had put together a team to set the new modalities and ensure that tenders are done at the district and regional levels for transparency. When I took over office, remember that I had to swear by my late father's grave that we're not going to sign any contract that will pay 258 cedis. I said so because 258 cedis was unreasonable, and in this modern era, paying someone 256, in fact, dashing someone 258 cedis even means you've done nothing. Not to talk of paying someone 258 cedis as salary. If you dash someone 258 cedis today, you only say thank you because it's free money, but not because you'll be able to do a lot for him. And I said I was not going to pay them, and I still stand by that. And so in any future contract we're going to go into, I would not pay any beneficiary less than the minimum.
Memwakwaba Edeba TVXYZ baby awa wo hwe bibia no wa wutie power 97.9 FM wa so memwakwaba Edeba inside politics jumedia wasugudiri and there boja na fiada and the Friday's edition of Inside Politics na wasugusui on the biggest political talk show program at the bro with TVXYZ so Monday to Friday between the hours of 3 and 5 55 p.m. Idia me desu Nicholas ya Owusu Olsen obetumi from Ken the Nicholas. Baby, I will be on me chichia. We won't mind, yes, selfish. Catch you on your banana soon country in your be. Now move to TVXYZ and our power 97.9 FM. Me say more the nation's capital Accra. We now more power 97.9 FM. Saso and Omom was some part of Eastern, a central Ashanti region now so 97.9 FM. TVXYZ yena wo free to air digital. I will be to me ashe wo digital platforms so saso na kwa satellite no so be to me ashe bi no wo satellite which are multi TV digibox. So audio channel no so ye wo so pa antini na na yade wo be to me ashe dwumedie bi kama pa na bibia etumi akonkan. Mamemfa afi emfema the owners of the land Gas State says ya do ba pumpuni mantom ha ana broni beka se Greater Accra regional omuna no edi omafe homowo gamashi 4D aha 4D osudie mehu se omashe preparation asia se woni ense de catch ochana cry duku work wo osuha enti memma yenuanom nkranfo nyina ne gadambo foni na afi se homowo no omudi papa mama fast de bioma wo ma otweri ampo nyankopon waye bebre amaye impo wamende fie atoye mewie so atoye dia yenka ya no ntumi beka so otweri ampo nyankopon yeda wase bebre ebiomenda production team omobo mechidom ewie menda omo ase Mr. Kelvin Asante, no the executive producer, make us say saso na me call MCR. Ube hu Emmanuel Neti, any Emmanuel Kisi, on sound. Saso na Abbas show sikaye, Abbas show sikaye, Abbas so make us say, and the Ohopa, or Bwejum ho, Mr. Rav Jampu, TV director, on so ho, and Sana, and the Peter by Jumana. Peter Granton so papa any MCR phone na me ba cameras ye wo osofo prince ono ko asori mienu ono ko mega church sa so no sanko first love anaye sa na efre greater love enti the number akusia na number akusia aso kro na no ayese chameleon enti idiete no me ba so edi mpene ho asem kra edi na say me hu se na agifom ti oya penkomo yo edi ono so ha me ko obi a we siesie me kama na me dia beti he minia gifty say me kama pa enti timi na ya ka boma ye be serve Friday's edition of my inside politics umedi na wodim say we no amanyosem ene ma ekoso wo man mu hu nkomo na ye bedi once again we from Ken Nicholas between from the chief driver na say putisi ehumudo mebe biara metawunsuneni enti mema obibia akwaba wo jumedi so na megusu amisi so na meka se woko aboso ne impotema mekre Prisia Valley importem ho titru aboso ene bompia so ne meka ho na meka say MPP fo bi nenam importem ho chese concessioner afoma gudi anyame die hyeromo na ho ne de omoye rock omoye rock mining omo blast rock na abo no omadwo te ho na nya de nsu die bia kama bia na wo hwa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama pese reset Ghana na ye reset Ghana nti oso omo the cooperative we ni nye community mining na ba obekwa na constituency chairman secretary organizer no match afa no we your friend cooperative mining ni eba wo important titu communities anyame hyamu fam agudie no ebema youth no mebu no ho no eni kuro na nkasa mu no etumi abenefit enti wokọ aboso kọ bompia so a ya tete se MPP fo bi ni na mo se concession ye omodia aban papa aba o si no ye mani pa ba ko mfa concession no emfa hye no botom enkasa hey ma fa concession ni na nyesa na ye di adwuma no kura wo mu ne se Sesiano cooperative mining eba ma chairman Osman we friend Sofo Dauda chairman Osman Sofo Dauda oni na pamfo oni youth omo aboso ne importem bompia so ho ina omotumi aye adwuma na obia benefit enti youth na mo aboso ne important bompia so cooperative mining no munso mutwe na cooperative mining entumi mbra no obia nye bindi obia benefit because ya so wo krom na nyame ahyam agudi cyber he no na nkofo na ebefa kono we the cooperative mining mo ho na ane ebedidim na musumenye bi bosume de abomataso na mo ne mobusu ekodi enti we ho asem na make maminchia ward chairman or aboso ye friend no chairman Sofo Osman Dauda chairman Sofo Osman Dauda michi papa woni wadwan for ne boys in cooperative mining mo say ye reset Ghana into His Excellency John Dramani Mahama musumu tanechi na sa cooperative mining ne gina wa aboso ne important ye nkonkofa China for ni ademba ho no sesi ano sanim die rock mining no minim sa aboso fo ni nim ha wetie nti ye ma China fo bia emba mpanifo bi omususu pese omkofa China fo ba MPP fo bi omunam ho ekaka se concession ye omodia ye mfa mamonde ye mfa mamochina obi e be benefit na bibia tumi akonka nti se wokọ aboso bompia so ni ade ameche Prisia Uni Valley ne Mpotema cooperative mining ne ba ma youth no musu mebu no munna musu menya homfaso nti demudwumadi muntai chairman Osman Dauda Sofo muntai na chi ward chairman awo aboso na muntumi enye adwuma ne kama na bibia ntumi nkonkan nti dieteno no ma menchia miame bra penin Dauda for Kwaku Richard wo engineers and planners wo takwa michechi opapa bra empomu te sen bigidi se ho ye pa nti ye pema ko enim dia na ensem bebre nankasa na egubamba so a yeba na yabeka ho asem a abrantie bia ye frɛ no Yao Asari ya sentencing to 2 years imprisonment for unlawful damaging road infrastructure obichebe lamte interchange ho na obibe bisa se ban sen abrantie ye beka se kaye yu nkofu twema Ukraine ma na waje no na monti kaye fo ndo munim ne pa ya koye se bi be ma kaye waje din ho na release ya mebeka wasemi if Ministry of Roads and Highways na de sa release ediaba na release me woman ne say yaw Asaria ya sentencing to 2 years imprisonment for unlawful damaging road infrastructure on Obichebi Lamte interchange Dansoman Circuit Court dia o ma sentence yaw Asari over 48 years head porter dem me kan you can Ghana had can carry you 2 years imprisonment ye no call in Sawum and the conviction were causing unlawful damage contrary to section 172 of the Criminal Offences Act 29 na obibe bisa say ban saying on the 9th of June 2025 Yawasari ye chieno for unlawful damaging parapet beams ewo ho meka parapet beams and adene ewo ho no omo chie no ne accessories na ade otwa bi otwitwa muhu sa no yese alo ana zinc alomi pa na zinc bi no mo de nti beta ewo nti omo kochi abranti na wafo akosoro ho no o se fo woni bibi na ka akra mfa ho esoro ho no no oye operation wa wo hwe television na obehu ya wasare okita ne hacksaw mo no okianzo kita screwdriver no baby na pliers no di baby nti omokoche ya wasari sesi ade aboni 2 years we ya ade amoso amokoso ye bi munhwe bi mobeka mbu bi ahaya na metena hakaye wo poku ase so na nkofo hye ho a omoye bi na nse ya so interchange a ewo flower pot ye hunse bi mo so na nam ho saa nti de tenen se sesi ade tran sentence na Ministry of Roads and Highways omotumi observe ehu deep concern how mu ye papa say nkofo unlawful mu damage road infrastructure including vandalism ni nyema bia ha dwene na we no ti ebeboa bia ka akra pese fi soro kwa wo mu na beje no masa ade mi nya etumi akoso na omo hye wo na omo yesa na mepacho mu twitwa mu yo makoton enti mepie mu no enti me kase Ministry of Roads and Highways omo ministry no akase omo beka aboma ye adwuma na omo ensure say unlawful damaging public roads infrastructure sanya mani na be accountable no omo tumi face full force of the law na bibie tumi akonkan enti metie no we press release efi NASA Ahmed Yati no na head of public relations unit Ministry of Roads and Highways ono nsem na abededwa nti sa wo hwe sesia na TV anase kasamfoyin a etwagu TV so a we ye obiche lamte interchange eno no how ete eno na sa ya wasare 42 years make us say edru anadra no akọ no okita ne pliers okita ne screwdrivers na okita ne hacksaw blade no otwitwa because you say ya lone zinc wo moton asika wo modu okuwe no otwitwa and to make us say this is ya de oni aban ko ahye 2 years hard labor pa wo yensa wom na akoba osua honyansa nti ye pese ye ka kire mo so amoye bi na nsem yenya ntie se epoku aso so mo ye bi pa flyover flower pot so nansi abede adwa asa no so nkofo hye ho a omudi se adwuma no enti be paacho yaw asare bie kwan yi de wo beye bi a ye beche wo no eno de obi be se wo jejeja wo beye bi ye beche wo no ya de a se waso beye hye papa waso beye den beye hye papa enti ye toto asere mo sa na emwa saa niema na de esi wo se ye maka no titru ebe fi soro emeto fom ene meka ho nti mo ye saa no de na mo pese mo kire nti mo ntwe mo ho fi ho ya de a ye se den mo ntwe mo ho emfi ho na bibia entumi konkan na bibia entumi ende dinsa nti de eteno no na ye kwaye nima the National Democratic Congress, the ruling party national organizer friend Owura Joseph Yami alleged say government galamsey tax force no omo jijiska fi illegal miners illegal miners no ho na yadia muntio omo jiji sika fi illegal miners instead of so omo ba fight miners no yadia omo kwa no ma jijiska no omayi omani no mapema kwanim we the national organizer Owura Joseph Yami wa allege yenko hwe wemra ye ba meka mekoso so amemfi akiro
telling the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, sir, as a matter of urgency, immediately he should order the stop of any mining operations being carried out. Near tax sources for no number or more yano can never be said as fighting illegal mining, but rather extorting monies and creating problems. Until Omanpenyi order the IGP, the Interior Minister, whichever tax force be said, they should immediately halt all the operations. And hayeni obia oya legal miner ewa mamuha na tax forces na namono himfano omo checking the documents of people who are mining and where they are mining and whether they have permit to mine or they don't have permit to mine. Of questions to be answered. There are a lot of education to be given. And until I make us our managing halt all operations and let us sit down and find a very lasting solution to this problem. Ne binumbo toma yama and sone and solve a problem. They are the problem by solving a problem.
See, alright, Joseph Yamin, na some no dia to dwano. Asam okay de no baby sa na ekoso. Mo a tax force ahrowa ya se monko na monko hwe ese mo omo illegal mining monko ntia no. Rather sa mokwa na mokwa gigi omuska. Mo extorting money from sanko foi. Mokwa mo mbisa se ebia omo wo genuine document or mudi ye adwuma but aye sika no mo kokoje. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Professor Nana Jeno Poko Ajimai, Her Excellency the Chief of Staff Honorable Julius Debra, Minister in charge of Lands and Natural Resource Eye Owura Kofi Amaboa, Saso na Interior Minister Honorable Muntaka Mohammed. Niyama bi kwaswa also mutuana mo. Ye research Ghana na ye ma sabi bi musu ngwa ba na ni mase. Na kwaso na time. Says your tax force for no kwa menfi area ho. Amenfi istini ni mpotem area ho. Police fo a moku etia illegal mining no. You rather go there and extort money. Mo jijiska fi omo ho. Enya menfi pe adia ekoso no no. Mo kwa mo mbisa so mo kita genuine document ana say sika no nkoa. Sika nkoa. Na mo kwa na mo kwa jiji. Na no tax force no mo pesa amampani na mugu na nim ase anase den. Mr. IGP, Minister in charge of Interior, Lands and Natural Resource, Mr. President, yen tina ho ma yen hwe ma yen reset man a Ghana obi ani age no ebi bu ngwa ba na nim ase. Instead of so moko na moko kutia illegal mining, your water bodies, your rivers, your streams, your lagoons, nsu ahoro a ye nom mokwa mo hwe saade no na sikajeje na moji wo fa menfi sapemu a wose kropon area ho a mekoso no enanya hope baby bebre mining areas a ye illegal mining bi mu ya no mu sensuo no tax force for ni bi kwa no mu kwaji diska ebi bu ye adwuma ebi mu so ye adwuma kama pa ba bi mu so frema nkete boni bi frema omu kwa sika na omu kwa jiji se nipa na foma cheno ana nipa na foma omu niama no na masesa ko but mo di aye konkosi mo di aye mu bank mo di aye mu kokofuo tax force for no mo sori a mo na mo de mo ka mo kwa no makojiska na mo na mo so jijiska denti Mr. IGP for 94 o boys ni bi a good police in any masse a service with integrity se binti ase a ebi mo ye adwuma pa endo ye friend say ASP Abdullahi bi hwedwuma na oye obo adwuma ebi mo so adane nkatebone monko fight illegal mining no mo na mu jiska omo di aye susu collectors no mo na mu di aye omo bank no ma kwajiska adicha no ma san kwajiska na president ado die sine ni so obehwa akwatia illegal mining mo pese be ma na mo pese bem enti Mr. IGP won kwala no fa bi kasa na bi mu de aye sika jeje wo fa menfie area ho a eye a priesti e ba ayi wasa kropon ne mpotem wo nyina saa mu na emu saa na omo de aye sika jeje omo je nda eche na omo aba omo je nda eche na omo akwaje and it becoming ade a ha adwene na ha ban no egu aban ni mase ya ma ye reset man no mumba mbese man no Inti, Mr. IGP, over to you. Minister in charge of Interior, Honorable Muntaka, over to you. Lands and Natural Resources, Ora Kofi Amabua, over to you. Tax Force of Fono, Bimu Drete, no more Gigi. Ibimu Sika Gigi, no monam. Me Pacho, Asama Honorable Joseph Yami, also a president, Adrian Kosoro. Monsa yen bi o me yenti asamoka. Monsa sisubium. Sisubium mami.
Public, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Sir, as a matter of urgency, immediately he should order the stop of any mining operations being carried out. Near tax forces for no number or more yano can never be said as fighting illegal mining, but rather extorting monies and creating problems. Until Omanpenyi order the IGP, the Interior Minister, whichever tax force be said, they should immediately halt all the operations. And how you need obia or legal miner, tax force is now nominal. Him checking the documents of people who are mining and where they are mining and whether they have permit to mine or they don't have permit to mine. Of questions to be answered. There are a lot of education to be given. And until America say halt to all operations and let us sit down and find a very lasting solution to this problem. And solve a problem.
It's a Asamana Honorable Joseph Yami, National Organizer, or the Atudano. Say, Baye dia, and champagne phone halte. Omo because Katia one yabem. Omo de Sikenti, na tax force no mudim. Omo yesa quantity illegal mining. Tax force for Nabi. Enti, champagne for Subesom. No more to me. I'm on my giant say I be for I think say and not see a good call because a kwanya bimu a good tax force ni any masere hard ni tax forces no mu name no mu gigi scano ye sanka te bonni fi ho na gu aban ni mase emboa nti de ete no na ye koye ni ma enra na yenya ne ntie se Nana ya kunedu ya adom asante hima otoso miensa wadane ni achreban no kwakura eti nura omoye ni 1 week observation the forecourt of Minshia Palace ade a nipa bebre na akoye na ya rehosem de but asante amembre no omoye kusuma de ya mambre kama enti ekoso ndra 1 week observation no asante hima nana ya akunedu ya adom the third na wosha my chief linguist asante my chief linguist otumfo chiame hene nana nsoase poku ono so ade a oto won ne pa edema asante mai say ekwan a kingdom no ma ahima efim no saada ne de ne mewum bia no cheche se niam mu de egu akwan mu bia no oso mu hwe no mu ye pepe enti okasansem no na ye hu ekuku dam bebre omu de omanim nyam ekota ye chire ye hu ekuku dam bebre ye hu the chief of staff owo president office Honorable Julius Debra ye hu no ho ene na the TV no so no ye hu the chairman the great National Democratic Congress or no da hono General Mosquito and say Honorable Johnson Asiedun Ketia ye hu fifi avikwete the General Secretary and also the NDC and son ye mami udindi Her Excellency Professor na na Jane Opoku Agyeman ono so no te ho no ansa na yehu Dr. Amoako Hene Ashanti Regional Minister ansa na yenua ba Charity ono so ye ahafo Regional Minister yehu ye maame Betty Modi Drusu ono so te ho ani ekuku dan bebre nankasa umukopie dwumadi ase eno na wohu mfonyini a eda TV no so no na ndra na ese wani ense de ka kyerɛw nipa mpempem ankasa na omo board ompem etumi kopie dwumadi na ase enti se wo hwɛ mfonyini eda TV no so a eno no na mekoso no efe yie papa nipa bebre na akoye government officials ahro ana kopie dwumadi mu ana efe na se na Asante Hene ana otumfo chiame hene so de na no dinsem to dwa mepese ebekọ na yekotie nsem a Asante man chiame okae de fa yie no
le brother yewa se betrase ne wuku ada yewa betrase ama mampanyimfo abamu mpanyimfo nyina bechia no le yawada ewiada onko ebeya wufu som ewa park ya so ede jabe wa kwan sada no ayani brida sada no sabia brau Asante man meyetin dano obia mieni so obia ko babia ejina be jabe wa kwan na naju no ye de abeko bem batuma anadwo no yensia nipa yensia obia wa odo ho baba de no wa wasemwa adwo no da so no ye do abeko brema ti ye sa fa to se Asante man
enti mekoso wo the forecourt of Menchia Palace no eno na menu na no ye hwe mekoso no Asante man chiame na odi tudwa ene mo de egu akwemu yenim se wo ba akan mu a ade a wo ho pa se yekusie hema yetaye na anadwo yenhia enti o se wa waso beye den na yebehia ne de wa obebleme ho se obi beka se wa wo jejiriji kana mintie wa wo se de wo jejiriji enti ma ekoso no enche ye ne Dr. Agbozo so ye ne obedi enkomo na me ho bia so ye de abro wo TVXYZ any power 97.9 FM so enti Asante man akasa wa wo Asante man mu no na wa hwe yi mbe ni dura na wadi so pepepe bi say esi ehia na ne de wa wo jejere de a ye ne kobre man a edum kane a esi yenhia o yenhia akan de oba akan kingdom na anasa akan muama sa na tie fantefo chemfo bia nananom ne ahema no yenhia eya edum light so kakra na chese kroma yedin na waso odin se elv edidia on we share dia na ochuku bye enti ede etene no enche Dr. Agbozo beba na yene no edi enkomo na make say so yeguso a ye preparation efa no 2nd September bisamsa 2nd September dia na eba Ghana 2nd September me eba Ghana ne se akotia by elections bekoso na wo akotia ne impotema be pese wotie na wotie ne yi ye pempuntu ye pese danchembo anase akotia constituency etumi fa no ntuma pefra anti ye kwa akoto ama lawyer bedi akon ana lawyer meboa lawyer bedi akon wo akotia ne impotema ye se fra ba bi wanchi ene meka ho monkai se lawyer bedi akon na ye kwa akoto ama no lawyer den bedi akon na yenko toma lawyer bedi akon na bibia entumi enko enkan se yekoto abane dia yeto edi ama lawyer bedi akon mese den lawyer bedi akon mese den lawyer bedi akon lawyer ni papa na ye koto abamba no nti besremo eya na turn out no wo fom akotia man mo pese research akotia constituency ni yida mesremo a denchembofo ntoe na mfema eye lawyer bedi akon no no obetumi a research on his excellency John Dramani Mahama ono obetumi aboa na eye oban no etumi afa no ntuma pefra nti adietene no enche dem amidi kankan no eye Dr. Amede my friend Kofi Dr. Agbezu enche obeba no ne ebedi apomede ho nkomo eye masemadu ede enimi na make say Peter de mi nim de madru bia no de akire Peter ohun say lawyer abeya Dr. abeya ope abuzo ne power ne bi abuzo de ono chese okoho a no am obi Peter what how ne pa ne say Peter waba the bridge aka kire me what you enti de etene no enti Dr. bia ba na Peter dinachi Dr. bia ba na Peter dinachi menim say ono mebe kontokwa but e be the day enti de etene no nche Dr. Agbozo beba enti akotia ne de ye nyina ye de ho bagim na yakoyenim na bibia etumi akonkan media kan aka say wo ba enkran memu a ade a afi ekoso homowo no ekoso and then me hu so susu omo prepare na idishia akotia idishia homowo asi akotia idishia homowo no nti de etene no matese omse china socks Mr. Socks den duku hwe however se ho pre no kan ntem se china no ade ebe koso me sansre obi ohwe me ni obi a otie me me papa wo me your friend na Yosen Robert na Yosen ukota krade a no run transfer to be a friend happy bed me papa wo me ya 40 days na wie ya me ya adoma Saturday nyame ya adoma Saturday 6th September ade a yani openi beto mpam wo ni fia wo number 1 Barrington Street West Anaje West Anaje Blue Waters nchen hwa na ni beto mpam anapa 3-4 babe 7 we are yedi ni betrim wo takrade mo event center ho na yakoye ewufusom edi amano yewi ebe man so na omone na achirem na ye ne ko edunko no fen infum memenda na batono no ebusua na ne beko ntimo amobe ye ni na ebeko so atena takrade mo event center ho na ye di eye no atoa so me kai wo se memenda ne de afade ne yetuntum na ye behye nti memenda no afade ne yetuntum and I say black and white won't venture me black and white you be say black and white memenda no meteno no enti ye na bonunsi ana ya sorry adechi a ye be call na asosom wo Church of Pentecost Prayer Center Assembly dodo na friend of the Taylor wo Anaje Estate Impotemu na Namibia ye wi a ebusia be san akotena fom wo number 1 Barrington Street wo ora Robert na Yosen fie ho me papa fie ho na ebekọ akotena fom na ebusia the final funeral right na to aso Sunday after church enti ono no Sunday ndi ebehye fufu white me me papa enyenchen me papa nyame nam no so ne mebebo ade enti me ne menuanom Esther ne Monica Hannah Yosen ebusia ni na tonsa frɛ obibia sɛ odom ya brebejame na takrade na dwumedi bekoso na me papa da fom na mombesu bi mboa me bejame na me ne ebusua echi ni nsua te ebusua mo ampamba me number 1 wo Asante Mpotem ene dunko no fen mfuom na takrade na ye tonsa afro bia olumana ncho beba te mombejame na bibia entumi enkonkan medamase yen semre mamenko Dr. Agbozo madamfo but ne ho ye me ho because ekwan a nindro ne ka no wokọ nya abotrem otie wano disem owia ono afa counseling kama ansa na eduro so odema ono odema wa ono wo friend senyu a say you and it's a wood team no ya brema wa bad bridge first and then yes sir and then the intumen sorry who doctor ebisha wutumi fo ekọ mountains ba okọ mountains a wo san ba bioma wo bre yi pa ni na no betumi abo infections ama ade anyame ehira so de eno no so ewo de tie infections man yi wo ye ba wo ne be ma kompema na san esane aba sebi wa ade ede a edesi na sichire nyame ehira so wo de wo kwa amote yawo ni nyina no infections ahoro gonorrhea syphilis chlamydia moni ade emboa ma de anyame ehia so nyede enya ode ni na no kwa doctor be hwe infections ni ya oba bi oho asabi oreden bi mo kwa obi ehun say ama mansa na aba hai na friend sent no ani ya kankan nyame na gidem ho nyina be 2 days ono we use air fresh akra enko to obi be fie kura nya na say buntu spa nti weni diem ukọ doctor obetumi aboa na sa candidate sesena ache na dan kankan nyame na etumi afi ho doctor akwaba bibi aboko dia
akopo adome ho yeba
camera fu ya stressa ya yo bi ya ya kan e yo mo sere
ya de wi asene de ya de a etumi echi ya etise esan entino sana ya de tie na mom no mameni kan enchia ahwefo ene atiefo agbozo herbal clinic de bia be trance ana ya mo hu say no man has an expiring date eno ni yemuto a eya yeta yusupa ewo ye jumadi a ye di nyina mu na wahu de enti ya na ye yusu sa no man has an expiring date ni say eya ime nana a wo kire me adwuma yi ansa na me ko school ye me nana agbozo a wo di adwuma yi ba ye na wo kire me adwuma yi ankasa no ono ene wo kan no twika sem se be ma nwu ya ne be ma nwu ene yam se ye de brofo sem se no man has an expiring date enti agbozo herbal clinic ne be bi enya asa ye tem no efri en ye nana ena ode sa ono ena enrusem ene adwuma ene de anose no be ma nwu ya ne be ma nye den enwu enti ne se no man has an expiring date o se asem we no yema nkrofo hunu se sebi mpreduasa be ma biara na mwiase no onto senya nkopon ato ne nsa e de afro me ma obi biara good afternoon and a good evening Ghana mpanyifo nyina me kire obiara enti no te se de America no man has an expiring date no eno no eya akokora poso at the age of 105 years ground wo ne last born enti na ne ho odene ono eno ka kire se be ma nwu ya ne be ma enwu enti agbozo he ba kren se hu ye nwumre ya ye tu nsa afrew na ya hye nkura se wunwu ye nko na otiase na obema na esen we ne ntwa ento ntwene nko ade a bragbozo he ba clinic ye bebo numbers 3 na go screen so nyina na ya agbozo he ba clinic ye numbers de di kan no eye enkran ha de da toso mienu eye kumase de toso miensa eye tema community 25 na bebo ni nyina amaba mo amhwe wo screen so no obetumi afa sa numbers ye bi ya de agbozo he ba clinic ye sana ba ko pa kese nanse hama emofra ene mema ya de friend se kokobo hemorrhoid di sabi mpredi asa eno ne se obi won ma wo jane na ya na ne kokobo epie ya de aba betena enipa so a di nkrofo nya eho asem kan din kakra ena ba bia ehye no etomre bia oti ho akire obi kura na esa yo ferie na hemorrhoid etumi ekose anal infections ma wa hwe obi won ma oto kura na ne to so nsuo na nsuo no a eba no so ya na ebon sebi pampan ewu se o hweme na o wasa hemorrhoid problems yi ukokobo epie ana sa nsuo na America no egu na ujaw na ya eba abontin obi wonu ma obu se kokobo ni pia no moja sanam ho obi wonu kra ko sentena ya ne so a sebi ko jane na ya moja nko ana hoko moja epuba te se oba webu ni nza se uye obema ana uyo oba na uhweme na anwumri na se wo hemorrhoid problem America bi sebi mpreduasa ujaw na na okokobo banko ade a clinic a de beba me ahwem na agbozo herbal clinic dienti America sa ne se ye wo ho aduro ne be mo ho aduro am wanom na aduro na konipedue no no na hemorrhoid ne ekuro biara e wo nipedue no na se oto ho no ntia okokobo no pie no aduro no be kuno na okokobo no aka twum na ujaw na wi ho hwe se ensuo fita ana se ensuo kankan bi ana pampan bi firo so bakora na aduro ne be ba no ebe kum sampompo fi na e wo to ho no nyina na ebe yi ni nyina firo de aba be fo ha ekoko no nyina ebe yi ni nyina firo na wo so ho ayeden ho ato enti se okokobo epia
na o hemorrhoid problem okokobo epi uja ona ya na aba otu won ma na nsuo fita hemorrhoid among empanyimfo ana se emrante bibiri ebo pampers na broma sabi mpredu ya se fi se onama na nsuo egu no o ye be ma na wo hemorrhoid problems a fabra agbozo herbal clinic ye be mo adura mo no ma ho ato ye numbers na egu screen so no fa nyame adom ochena ano papa 7:00 am ni ahye adwuma se ni upon 5 pm all the branches ye hemorrhoid ho adwuma o akumase a obeba de chem so main 5 old insurance junction Ashanti region your number is 0553 417752 Kumasi is 0553 417752 Kumasi is 0553 417752 any Ashanti region o Accra ha no be bia ne impotable nyankopon ya de bo chena be hia agbozo ana hia doctor e wo kwashima ne be kwashima chiefs palace no e hon me 0241 75 0282 0241 75 0282 one more hemorrhoid treatment we in cheno do na di adanse eba hemorrhoid ni subantie no this ye nya abotre eye treatment enti eno hia quality treatment and e hono no so enam se enye din enti no gisa wo handle ni gentle into back gozo herbal clinic ye test ni yahwe se ida internal or external hemorrhoid because of am do mienu na ye hu adukra de be ma obenum na ebe hye hemorrhoid bia wo to ana se uja onan na moja pai na nsuo bi gu na pampan gum na bibia betua wo ni nyina no enye wo ye oba obetumi aba wo ye bema nso abra akora na ha no so afare bra na ye hwe ne mam number obetumi afra na se obetumi a WhatsApp ya na text message kra na ni nyina agbozo ye beji 0241 ene akra baby a obi a ehwe me de ho Ghana men ka se wo kwan wa de bia se we betena aka ya de fie chiri na eba enti baby a hwe me na se me branch endru nchen a me pa cho bomode na freyen na se tu anamo na bra ye be hwe kama baby a obi a the whole Ghana who faces this problem Fred Dr. Agbozo ye be solve problem na mam 0241 ene akra 0241 75 0282 bia na bia onon person be kam bia enu tin ye de WhatsApp message any text message na ye aba no wo de ma Agbozo ye be kind kama na ya mamu ya 0241 fafa no so mame message bia WhatsApp message 0241 75 0282 Dr. Agbozo ye be kam obetimi asa frame 0241 750282 ya wa akra kwashima ne ben kwashima ahimfie ne pe we adjacent the kwashima Chiefs Palace ye adwuma de biarada from Mondays eko kopim Saturday Sundays after church 12 pm eko na eno so wa beba ne ye behwew Sunday so an papa to be free so a ye betumi aba behwew ni nyina ne ye adwuma the nam say sorry konti ene ye de after church enti se on kwa sorry anopa no na opese oba ne hwe wa Agbozo efi anopa ne nyina no obetumi afre ye beba ye nchen ye be ma treatment kama and I do no man has an expiring date no so man we for men we a man komo na sabi se o ye be ma obeti de me kire yase ewi ase se sabi mprebe do anajo no ntumi unsatisfy we yiri wompam e chen se wa ketu yakam ne ntua ya chen bibia because hono no ntumi nkobo obi amane se me yankasa me ye be ma me nya de wompam ntumi nka nkire wase untumi ko kankire osofo sesebi wo mpa ma na anya de wo mpem you can't say this untumi ko kankire sebi wunya memum no yade ha memma papa it is all erectile dysfunction na hawa bra Dr. Agbozo minchen na be ka kire memum wedura mo anum masa ohu besa ha yedini na wase gina wo na so niama yede sa niama no bani psychological problems ka ho medication problems ka ho sanso na sabi mpreduasa testosterone ne hormonal imbalances ni nyina no cause erectile problem it is a age enso ka but age ne de ana Agbozo yen consider ne bebrisa if we say age na wona onya de wo mpem no obi wo honom so sabi ofa ya nkasa intino Agbozo herbal clinic fa age enkasem ne bebri na mum say onfie no nanim now from the age of 40 to 45 50 60 70 now we've caused something hormonal insufficiency occur in the system naturally na ama umema ye no akofom nyankopon kire say num eduro ana pay treatment na ye na sa revive sa dead hormones no
and a testosterone revival no do be say anya ho the only place you bet me revive testosterone na ma na asa bo ejuma kama agina de na so no family be Dr. Agbozo all the branches over 3 days to 1 week no na udi adanse kama enti ememma no a monyini amufia komonim no me pa cho yenyi mu free mu sexually we are very important enti men kasi wonyini enti na dia be me dia ma call time pa cho se eba se nem wasam na se sex a yeni retirement on to say we free ase enti be me bira wo hwe me no eni da so home enti dey say no man has an expiring date be ma wuya na be ma Agbozo he ba kren ye kira kwan na be sound ya de o enkran ha no ayo kwashima na be kwashima Chiefs Palace no 0241 75 0282 Kumasi 0553 417752 Tema 0557 402696 Tema 0557 402696 prostate enlargement Johnson kikakikem untumi nyo so ma nyi Agbozo yesa ene Mr. Nicholas wa cancer nyina infections ahodo yesa low sperm count untumi infertility and one low sperm count but you can nyina bomu both male and female friend infertility it is all your ba na wo ho ye de bra be scan wo honum na ma treatment wo ye be man so asa me pa cho premature ejaculations na mo de boss wa na hwim na aba besene na mutubi nyina so enye adwuma na mo girlfriends ne mo yire ne mo buafu no fabre Dr. Agbozo na me pa cho ye be treat kama na ho asa ayeden masturbation say wo ya jai why ye bi na mo wanya premature ejaculation rather than 1 man wo mpemu 1 minute wo mpemu fabre Agbozo he ba clinic ye be treat kama na ho so ayeden ho ayeden me pa cho kasa dodo top onko dia woti ye ne fa na sempa nyame adom chena to anamo na ebia na ma mo ya de so no nchite se yensa fraying and I'm a WhatsApp message 0241 75 0282 make I nama mo moye baby a wo bia no frame enkran hanom baby a wo the whole Accra the whole Ghana voter region hifa baby a wo bia no be ba cho free 0241 75 0282 na eni nkomo owo Kumasi 0553 nyame admo china Kumasi Ashanti region mema ni nyina munhia yen 0553 417752 ena tema 0557 4026 90 oba ye o machines ye de be test na ya hwe hormones no testosterone de tie ye be kan nyina am wo hunu ye de be kire mo hu wini mo no say yes we ni enti ena ma onya ade wo mpem no ana se okokobo ni nyina ye be ede amount it's a problem ya ma Kenya so wo bia people the whole Ghana baby wo bia no or they just give me a message or call me and the solution no Agbozo Herbal Clinic but that's a so share me now team same time next week you be say share
ye better Dr. Agbozo asibebre maybe a dream em kwaja aboafo nkrato ba ko mienu miensa ye ba ye be din komo.
The National Petroleum Authority hereby cautions persons engaged in illicit storage and trading of petroleum products to comply with the regulatory requirements to operate in the downstream petroleum industry. The NPA Act clearly stipulates that no individual shall engage in any commercial activity related to the importation, exportation, re-exportation, shipment, transportation, processing, refining, storage, distribution, marketing, or sale of petroleum products in the downstream industry without first obtaining a license from the NPA board. Failure to secure the necessary license and properly regularize operations will result in confiscation of petroleum products, prosecution under the law, and decommissioning of facility. For more information, contact the National Petroleum Authority on 0302 550 380. You can also visit our head office located at Jolu off the N1 highway or any of our regional offices.
Now
ade na aya obeya oda former son yefunu emunumuni.
Oh Mr. Entry eya also yare ya tete be benfie pi nanso ne yam nyono da se me kire onu ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ya nwanwa
menyi ni se what also tamfo hexa capsules any hexa mixture yanum bom kotia also no bia ma no anom anka ne ho ato no dadaada also dro de eno any hexa capsules any hexa mixture
akom ni nchiremu
also yekura eto yefunu ene ensunumu etuma wo yefunu ekeka wa wogire ho a enyi also etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie so how eye also de a compare hexa capsules any hexa mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto
pedudu etu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 02038228855 Apefo abatanya woma won mofra no fo ene mofra woni mfedum ye no enka ho Haxa capsules ene ne mixture
all satan for edie age edwadie nkrato yi atom.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to a butler who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same privacy. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow na yesa. Edu maybe krana. Me bano timide omo be gumi so weekend no. Hey, memre. I don't think I'm catch you say. Yeah, no medi garlic capsules. Poso na ebesi so kama. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic capsules. Yes, medi garlic capsules.
Medimosis garlic capsules. Wa mamoja dini paduani mu efusani yi na esiesie oba ne barima mahona wodin. Ubenya edui bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy stores frey wo 050-349-4885. Edui enye mmofra enye ndi fie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medimosis unni how FDA ajije din kratui atum.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
comprehensive presentation of the opportunities that our country has to offer. And I wonder whether after Simon is necessary for me to even speak. We marketed our country, quite efficiently than anybody can be able to do. But let me just say, the question is, why would you want to invest in a country like Ghana? And not only to do with the economic opportunities, but that Ghana is a stable, democratic, business-friendly gateway to West Africa and the continent. And like you said, we have a growing consumer market with improving macroeconomic fundamentals, clear reforms to lower the cost of doing business, and abundant opportunities for technology transfer. And the thing is, what does Ghana have to offer? Strategic geographical location. Ghana is a country through which the meridian and the equator intersect. The two intersect in Ghana's territory, just a few kilometers off our shore. And it's also the host country for the African Continental Free Trade Area. You all have heard the landmark protocol that was signed by African countries. So far, almost 50 African countries have signed that allow us to export duty-free, tariff-free into each other's markets. Increasing numbers of products are being registered, and once you register your product and it meets all the standards, you can export duty-free and tariff-free into each other's markets. And as you were told, the sub-regional market, which is West Africa, is 400 million people. Ghana is 33 million people, and the continental market is 1.4 billion people. And so with the vehicle of the African Continental Free Trade Area, you potentially can export into 1.4 billion market. Simon said it, we are re-establishing macro stability and the growth momentum of the economy. Inflation rose to a high of almost 23% in 2024 and is currently down to 13.7%. And we expect that by the end of the year to hit single digit. And it's also, our cedi has stabilized. For those of you who know the history of the Ghanaian cedi, it's been one of the most volatile currencies in Africa. And a few years back, we were said to be the worst performing currency. I'm happy to announce that this year, Ghana cedi has been the best performing currency in the world. And as Simon said, we've been upgraded from junk status to B- with a stable outlook. And I'm certain that in the next review, we're going to be upgraded again. We're open for business, and Simon and co are busy at work reviewing the Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act. Some barriers were put to foreign investment. You had to prove that you had brought in a certain amount of money to be classified as a foreign investor. In the reviewed Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act, we're removing those minimal capital investments. This will enable any investor, however little money you have, $100,000, $50,000, to be able to come in and set up a business in Ghana. Again, we have a track record for hosting Japanese companies. And as you saw from the list there by Madam Jetro, Executive Vice President, the number of Japanese companies that are operating in Ghana is significant, and we're expecting that that should expand. From Simon's presentation, he told you about $152 million has been invested over the last few decades. We believe that there is growth room for improvement and expanded investment from Japan. We're moving just not only from overseas development assistance, but we're moving to trade and investment. And the private sector will be that engine of growth. And so trade between our two countries grew by over 24% from 2020 to 2024 that is quite a significant jump. Priority sectors, Simon mentioned, Japan has a comparative advantage when it comes to automobile manufacturing. And like I said, using the opportunity to be able to export into not only our sub-region but into Africa, then Ghana becomes a good place for local assembly of automotive products. And already we have Japanese companies that are based in Ghana and assembling for the local market and also for exporting to the sub-region. Brands like Toyota, the Honda is there, and several other ones. He mentioned the area of agribusiness and agro-processing. Of course, that is one of the main focus in terms of economic transformation. Ghana has a comparative advantage when it comes to agriculture and agribusiness in terms of available arable lands, in terms of sunshine, in terms of water. We have the world's largest man-made lake. It's one of the things we were taught in school, the Volta Lake. And our first president had quite a good dream about what he wanted to do with that lake. And we're going to capture that in what I talk about when I talk about the Volta Economic Corridor. We have millions of hectares of land that border that huge lake. And the water can be used to bring about 2 million hectares of land under irrigation. But also we intend to establish industrial parks, so that we can process agri-products. We can invest in textile manufacture for export into the EU markets, into the American markets, and other places. Fortunately, we got slapped with only a 15% tariff by President Trump. And so Ghana is still competitive when it comes to exporting into the American market. And so, like I said, the economic corridor would include manufacturing and industrial parks. And we already have 2 industrial parks. We have the Free Zones Enclave. We have the Tema Industrial Park. But there's a new one that has come up, which is the Dawa Industrial Park. And already the anchor tenants have built and are producing, and several other companies are setting up for producing in Ghana and exporting into the African and foreign market.
Babium as a bar TVXYZ so make say kukudam na jinkonya at naso yewo eye Kofi Ebusia Penny or a senior communications team member dema NDC saso na yewo eye lawyer ni mapa lawyer Dennis eye Ofori Asiedu or a private legal practitioner ono so waha ekukudam na me ne omo bedi adwuma mamema lawyer kwaba lawyer akaba na bibia boko de
oba de adomo de ache na bibia akosofa na mamincha yahwefo
okay
na eni etifo
obi ajo so
na mimfasa akwanya iso emma minu aketua bi yako eye oti deputy regional secretary Abraham Kwamboafo emse ene amene okasai ne mame edampem ochina o kra nachi na unhwere wunia unim se ne oya onete na se atoa ne atu bi a nso beti oya oni bi uni we ya pa ti minu akwa me mema oya akọ nim se ejamfo ebejamu pi ewie nso a mehwe se fiako otidie sisi ay kwantia ebetutu America ne abeta wochi na yeja mami echi
okay nti lord etene kama menko Kofi Ebusia Penny we Kofi mpomo
boko miniana
bibia boko de since ya de matese mono ko ba ne de break it down kra
me ka no wa zo kali ko si jo baza sese de dano me ba mze Gumbe show.
Anaka na nyendo 2019 e ma problem. Okay.
Saka na nyi.
Me no de asa okay.
Saka no. Kano. Me the aye election makubako 4.
Wow.
Yes.
The 16 years.
Yes, 2016 to 2012. Me the year elections campaign. and one of the campaign.
Was and yes, say, but in then on friend of a trotro neham. Because what trotro
yes, and no media 2016, and one of Sunday year. And 2020, Messiah, and then 2024, the same car. So for the skip now.
No, dear.
Bien, said no one be used to say,
I'm busy Sabafia, or so tear when my friend messages here. I say, a
I was in the
catcher, Bushia for Trotro, dear. Can a message in our busy Sabafia?
I was no problem.
We don't know that we try to solve my problem.
Yes, into Canada. Obi oni me bia so mo amutie me na yi owusu banahene yeah banahene
owusu banahene
kwaku on the ohun me da bia o say generator no e we para Africa banahene yes I'm saying 2012 emra
Afroka ni generator
generator we dem say that you come meeting or conference center Can fan bet kwate wo
fan bet how many me who buy 4 times na catch
bet the tiwiero ye wie the spark car and the petrol sai the new place na me friend and no top petrol onu ko nto no top petrol top gallon no the buy answer that make ofie so you can imagine but party no party no does I mean obi anim sacrifice ayaye yes but the only thing is a near person party in your day, Embra power.
Sanity.
Or anybody near the papa tias. Yamia do maba. Can't the afa a throw near the Zende. A Juma air the down. Into a becoswire, into a telephone, me do ring a woman cassa. Tia by issues in this year, we'll talk about it. In the aquaba now, ma'am, and when I cough by say, what is a me banner yari, a mecano.
Oh, wo ade ba ko a mentwa wa no. Ye sha se ni obuhia wa ha eyepro. Obuhia nye late come. David. I was saying in that crown ye anti my friend.
I know friend.
And a
city na me titro tro.
Nti ono die.
And I was saying my
program ye for bedu ha 3.
No smash no smash. Because grofo mu minimum. It was sha no wakata we ni hare na oti.
Usande
we na si we ni aka wona.
Kafra.
Okay, say obi man show. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the toy copy wo Far Asia, Japan, or you obeko Singapore. Nanina investors yana or corporate yaba. Say ya yadina Mugabe so the chiko into the report about twice. Na and send me brinana waka wo share hawa on Japanese investors in a kasa na titi mbebun no kasa Ghana mbebun ye smart. Na ye fano enema bebre e fano innovations technology fine tech money adia ye boy homodin AI ni abebe yina na nti omura ha betumi abo am say ono no mfo yina na ye hwe nti omampani ekopiem wo hwa Ocean Investors na nyame ya adoma obesan ko Singapore na ebusia na
edimi ntwawano wonim say Apostle Jackson maybe me nim date no but me hwe me phone so and a ja talk car nim na me ko radio program
talk car dia
and a ja talk car mu wo botema
kai
any pictures in Apostle Jackson asem any
ebusia na piesie die
say any nyame nko a nkamaza ni nyira hye we na ne ja me sia na me two battery no
abre
two battery na na hwem ndi am so Apostle nyame hye pa on wa remind me kura me refi but me bomb dia hwe se be ko program no one time me de me to the last
inform kai
radio placement basintale de me to so wo asempa na yes I show na campaign final rally no me nama
that is on the and they walk on the 4th walk on the 4th and the channel 5th
yes me to other 4 for so me nam kwanso me do kanda aye ba be maya ko who friend say police Nima police station ubesi from one e wa pe na me tank pai me radiator tank e ho pai
am for brain so I say jama wo brain no
ya dodo me to be obi anu ha meja aka na ma show no man ko e na afu akwa nkuatina show no so no to
otutu bombs
so apostle nyamishira opa me da say was any message inti introduction unia
yo law yenti we wo so kakra na ye di nkomo afa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama investors okopraba na mabobwa Ghana mbebu no
yo unia ken me da say ne akwanya na macha His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne na pamfo a oni omo Asia omo company Ajigana Ajigana dimpa asensi hobio na ohwe emre twam sene Ghana tete pansam ya ema omo a na omo ya investment ewo oman mu bibre na esesa omo ne ma sanko omo chi min kai kura no me kai omo na omo ye delivery bia na from Glovo so etete kofoma ma nia osesa eniema koma amanfo gisika kura ka se oye boka enti ontimi mo man mu biem ontimi ntino man mu biem ma yankasa yankrofo a sebe se na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nkasa ka yenigia etwebi yereho a yetwebi ene ukoda pa minua boafo maame yi ase a enuanum betwa bia fine nti untimi nton nsa emmoka na so mre bi betwa ma oman yi na yinuanum ayede oman ni nsa ye ni nsa ton show sa eye adwuma ne boka nti akoba se ye du baabi agana eni nyam no eso ate ti se nyame aye adom na abampapa ba His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne na pamfo ni ministers a omubu ano aba ama ene ma totoye sidi no anya na ho den papa bi inflation so ate ema other indicators a ema yehu se omani tumpon no ni nyina ejina brania na hu behia se yankasa ye bo ho dawuro nti His Excellency John Dramani Mahama anamuntu na wotu ni de na muntu papa omamba pabia ewo se obona baso se sisei omo mudwani koye se omana se ne omana yiya na ya na ewo se yakone ekokan asem emmebi no yetna ase ehwe han emane ma ye basa ene yesisi omo de sa picture na wo mani so no ye omana atete apansam no nti se ne omana yiya na wo se omampeni na nkasa eni tu ana monko ekodi oman ho adanse na sai djuma na na oye no na babia odi na ni akire eye mmabunu so asempa efi se se mmabunu ebe due ejuma eye easy so moni Ghana mmabunu so betimi collaborate no ma ye ejuma bom enti babia odi campaign na mo no ne kwan so ano no we are hoping say babia Japanese technology any Singapore so de edru no ombetie His Excellency John Dramani Mahama campaign asopem na omaba na yenu mu nyina kambum na ya chechire Ghana ama Ghana na ye promise timamu for say ye be build resetting na ye no aye resetting brand a be gina ne na so nti mema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ayiko ni na namuntu awutu
also one Okujato Honorable Okujato Kobi Minister in charge of Foreign Affairs so na Elizabeth Ajari and also trade and also Omina the Omando DSM attitude or why say need a so hope on some metano nature say Japan for national secro mobile funny maybe on this cable economy my bit me abua economy so what Tom or pa and so be a message say di go a be ma foreigners no so ba omo ha omo kakra and also
and so ne 24-hour economy no ene ye fapem a ye de campaign and so ne ye leader so a de be kwa nim ama oman no atumpon enti eno no ton no de ye ne papem na hu say baby oman no kokodruye no minia niko na eya homete to the point where His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nkasa tu kwan no na Kofi efu trophy ni kuromu ni fie eba studio kura ye areho aye nyina ye complaining his excellency ko trotro no fu you
trotro
plane e no fu ye
serious
na say ye de o man sha won sa 8 years na efie car abusuafo use kura wanti mi anhwe so to the point where president be to kwan this of trotro there na just say areho say I'm hoping say to nyina be kwa wiye oyawa his excellency John Dramani Mahama ne na manfo no no mutu kwan ne be famu no be ma nyina ye ni abaso say ehun abehia say ye be pe presidential jet na no krampo echi no yenya national airliner yenso ye betimi de tumpo because me nua say utu kwan kakra na ukọ other countries omo national airlines wa wani beji udi ko Kenya haya na even ko Ethiopia haya senia planes no esaswa utum so omabo mo so omo ye adwuma ma manfo so agya atum se adwuma na ekosu ye enti no omo ye investment ewo airlines enti anamono tu ni de ye hope say obegina eno so ama ya hwe other sectors aside trade ni foreign affairs ni ade no ye de ya hwe aviation sector no no ho so niema esisi ye enani nansan ya no ye de ani akohoyi na sa niema ni nyina bi ansan sisi bi na o man netime atumpo
Medase pa mamenko Kofi Abusia Penny ho na yentie oso kakra na ma Japan ni Singapore His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akọ wohwenkita ho ne omu di ni ade a na
dala
inside politics
inside politics inti ya ye bia na ye dia bedua na michia etiefo nso nyina menua unim mama menti we mfi opew abrante bia wo frɛ no Dr. Tenkwarang am say baby edunu omo break na wosi kukunte ne hunwa ebedwo wo kan yanum na woyere wonsem bebre a wobum na wonim nyansa so bebre a o ma ponche ache kro bia wo bodin no wode hyemra no ana wodi tumra no eye musuma na sikantia nso eya eje no ho wo abofransem Dr. Tenkwarang wote
back
yes abebu yes I say why you say ordinary board no safo hene ni kura ne say MPP lose power inti ama na hu mo asore that is Dr. Tenkwarang General Secretary of Ghana Registered Nurses Midwife Association man fi say NDC ba power ne waya na say or the Minister of Health akando honorable or the name betwitwu form nti de bi obenya least opportunity no opese authority abrante no a whole Minister of State Tenkwarang ka kire Ghana fo nyina say onu nim nyansa sen John Mahama or appointee akando
ayasamu
that is all no pa kire nyina nen it is obesha emra was starting say wo appointee akando ne akando ko tamale ko empofim on a announced visit be on the call hono hospital wono yes ni awo sorry awoye na nse bi okekan enu ati was work strike the way they push the demeanor of that guy, the pomposity, the arrogance. Obi oya arrogant biya mama menka se benchiro the obi oya ahomaso biya sa sunu wonu mu no one oburu hu sing obiya two officer ni nyansa sing obiya three pese obiya koso e wa asase apart from no obi oya younger and intelligent that person feel jittery onye comfortable to come closer or in contact with that person. That is all. It was a kind of John Mahama appointed honorable Akando appointed as a Minister of Health, and I'm to say in charge of health ministry. The man cannot see face to face with him. Okazao or Penas Empire, he wants him to succeed. But what down one semi few out of battle and say who respect no. And if some people treat you like this, what's or your lecturer will go on? If your student, I will lecture them, if they behave the same thing towards you, you even sack some of them from your class. Tenkurang, Mamin Kasa Michiro. Won't to me, Yawa, I fed one say, Mikachiro here, Abu Bang. And the baby, I and one did say, Miss say me would have down, me would have painted it down fita, me co toilet, and I made the bed to chew down home. We know Uganga to Yina, poto, to them crum no baby and wapamo. That is the nature. That is this nature, I attitude that Dr. Tenkurang, I develop. And then I said, Naba. Obia called a range hospital where people are in a dome. And a Bibia Kwakosi. I didn't Kwasino, Dr. Tenkurang, my friend's honorable minister, and yet administrator. But his son said, no one around into or Rashi said, there are some nurses. Hospital no administrators. As a general secretary of the Movement Association now, who shares Ancrophone, necessary. One could be said the administrators, and you did not even hold them responsible. You couldn't even charge on IGP to arrest the perpetrators. But rather, you are asking the minister to arrest the guy. And police. I don't know. And you didn't give a more of a ultimatum. Nanado beside, why am ultimatum? Nanado beside Frau Yene. Somebody from my country school no more. Besides, I don't know why I'm an ultimatum. And you gave the ultimatum to the ministers or arrested. Say, minister or police. The crack say, say, how on earth to say, minister, the crack of fat, Ralph, no Aquayana too, or Behagedo, now what Chiano. On Tiase, it's minister, no. Okuyani into the Biabusano. How could you talk like this? So, minister, no Okuyani or your farmer. No Okuyani there. Arrogant people, no, that is their nature. We need to be there. And paying for we need to be there. Upon church. We didn't say what cars are. Just say, upon changing the it will be a bit cheap on Chibia, the Sabbath, no Jimmy. And paying for us, what kind of when it took a bria, where's the William Safua? Ubama Ponchiachi, and it's a Bible catcher is a man you will need to Yansafuda. Don't do that. It took Tenkurang. Say, Seba Waka, what Jenny say, we say, Woo, Upe, Honorable Akando, the Minister of Health, Asempa. I challenge you, I do a challenge to you. Say, Sema Waka, say, Obiabuso, Okuyani, na Kuyafu to me, Yawa, Kuyafu. The one secretary say Yampa say we so open answer and I challenge you here our XYZ TV. Me Felix Kofi Munku Ebusia Penny. You brought for the lady. Yes, and Felix said one everybody are sorrow for name. Me classmate secondary school for the so what you say? Me person I want you to apologize openly to Honorable Akando
and the farmers.
Finish
and the farmers.
I don't hear who could
they also be paid.
So who's Okuyani? So Minister of Health, Ebi so Okuyani.
So Okuyani,
one of the biggest rice producers. Okuyani, and the man is proud. Okuyafonso dem my cocoa and he got on here scadi the between Chaboka. And allowances. It's here on earth so big general catcher say minister be a so queni Dr. Tenkurang one man who so baby what do no a year we a young man over bra me de be mama no too na me say sadi kakra na why and watch they say we are ahomasuni we ye sana me hu but I until so be convince me never to me apologize to Ghanaians farmers and Honorable Akano. I will always see you and regard you as an arrogant being. Finito.
But I say, I'm saying, baby, I agree. I be call and semno so. Mijano swano no. Young for G-Tech. Dr. Jinapo.
On His Excellency.
Okay, Mamma Kaga. Fire.
Where Wakuma Swadi no I na Kuma Swadi every
because think Christ they ask them busu afo
you kwuni onu kwuni you kwuni nti da me chebi say obi a wo ya kan ni pa na wo ye ho say because ye wo kasa bi a ye nka wo bebo ye nkura edu ba bi ne ye kasa wo say ye beto sabe ebi wa ne ye fura ne ntama kakra ne ye bi abebu afa ho sa ne ye kasa wo begwam
ye di wa tem kra wo
ana wo da ni pa no
aso no kasa bum
eno no Tony Edu no Dr. Tony Edu no one brofo pa o say ni pa do I so bi osere fi ne ye funum
now serifu yefumu and obekasa
so you see the whole thing that is how it shouldn't be na yeda His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say so mbesha emre woto abawie ya Ghana fu hi no overwhelmingly no o start ye biribi a o mesi ade no so on fa ne metina ne to metina akonya no so and o start visiting other African countries yes the neighboring and okay to just make sure say ayonko fabia nanka atoto agija no obekọ no akemhyew and okay no wonko tena se niam bia won wo betumi aboa and ne betumi aboa na ye ngagwadi and nsem betumi aye nti se wo hwe ya ye bae no ono bu jinapo transitional team no what they betu gwa say oil and kaye de be power generators nyina na for only 5 days but because of the goodwill because of his skills President Ekwain in neighboring countries no one continent say Nigeria for Togo for no one kaka they give us some fuel and the power we for the meantime so what you say gas and I don't know what try say muma because no na krofia say no kra but no the my na power ni gina ebeboa yen and namri aye ka say power na gina for more than 4 months people are not talking about it Ghanaians most of the MPP guys they are quiet. So I say, when they know, and don't doom so that yet doom so that you buy the and then power na stabilize because of name there. Na mama yentia say Ghana fu me yentia say President John Mahama number 1 sales executive in this country. So I say, ono na yenge Japadi yeniema bia ye wo Ghana ha no obo dawuru. Ono no betumi aton a friend say Ghana na obi obeton Ghana ni obi a owo super papa owo super eni akoma pa obi a odwene Ghana ho obi a opese ne man no esei obi a opese o man no ye den esei ono no ye sade no obekọ no akwakoton on hwe na mo friend say ne kode botom ana na busuafo eni nti obai no nema egugu na Dennis Akasembi companies akese mako 7 etufi kuromu ya
asemu
nanka asem na aba nanka nyutim hu meko ne nyira asem na aba o nka nyutim hu meko ene nyira nanka company to Ghana no kokodi hura can you imagine company ogu also me pack me niama na makwa na young border isu yan shiso and oko no way to no ko Nigeria including big pen you fear school no big pen to me gu okurum ha asesa ne niama ko Lipton tea oko this is the kind of so put so was saying but then no President Aba and no catch say no a woman made the policy be aba na nititiru ni say o man say enuma fimo a na che say o mebu na ewo mu no wo no wo ho be kire wo na emebu so ni adwuma wo man ma e security risk wo da won na and o man so to be nya asomdwei nti me kon makwakofa investors e nkrofo betumi abebuebu enuma fe di dwuma na ne keka ka ho na ma me mebu no etumi anya adwuma aye no man no etumpon enti enu na otu ya koya menyonko madam for no so akofa trotro na mrim because yeah mo bone say for 8 years MPP deliberately pack the presidential aircraft on the jet no o packing Emma even mo friend say ni tank fan tank what the petrol begum no what's a corrosion ɛwe naakye saa na okuapini bɛka ɛwe naakye anaa wenkanare biribi wenkanare a wonya de petrol gumu na na sade ano yɛ hyew gumu etumi liki ebe liki iti wonam wi mo oja betumi atomat anytime they did it deliberately and for the past 8 years in Nkrofo dia wo ye de say we bo modinga say wo be high a private jet and wo kutu a private jet bi kan wo de be see tarmac so and no as a president be to kan na akwa no ko watu ma wo so make a green and white bi sa president that jet the private jet no and no wo de ko no de ko 20,000 pounds 20,000 pounds e buy ya be do 18,000 mo friend say dollars 1 hour ye ku kan Nkrofo ye kukum Dominic Diti oye defense minister e be kan wo parliament e chire Ghana fu nyina say the tia president fa no Ghana de no e yo tie ne nan ma ne nan kom president war dodo sano kai na edu ba bi no committee no so a answer do be do meeting no person shower onya ba bi shower just what sa play no anything na more far. Can you imagine now spend this as kai nyina upon say tie na nka bi nim say wo se wanya bibia ama wase a na mbo no kro no mimi ni mo bi otwa na se aboso wo trotro sa on na se tina trotro no onim onu di kan kwotinem not here say can auro grass no bench ni Bedford into what wo ana na se ne betina nanim na se ne betina nanim na se ni na boso no kan wo di aboso ene show yeah wa pe o twa ne ntem when ashama ashama say me kwapem na ashama na me ka ashama kwa na bone wo masa so be pure we ashama the light of make us what you say no twa aboso no because no crazy ko betumi tuama nti twa no de betia no tiama na say but obi wo kai ni mo ye dey ohun no to see no kacha ma we no watwa wa aboso no be hwe na no anase o se de no nti nya wo ye Ghana nyina no wo de see wo no sa no and a president aba na o say opa wanchaw papa ni obetumi aya na say obabo modern na waye dey wa investors and investment do na kasa aba o manyim na look at even banks a wogum look at the number of young guys are on adwuma bo won manyim president is mumra okwan no ebie owie na de bi o kan kura ye de say o say Ghana cedi no say no and no na one of the best currency in the world which is a fact why enya go come matter bia nti niama tene say ma to say Japanese for no so won abo modern ad is 100 million bi ba be she AI mu for farming 100 million o kasa de kekena no on the United Nations payine insuasia e wo mwa bia this is the leader. Don't forget to say 2016 answer do be so no wa ko Canada and won akwa negotiate and Canadian government ma ya $125 million Canadian dollar US dollar $120 million ya de be share yi bi ma ofre no mapo din no manufacturing agriculture productivity to the local economy. That is mapo $125 million. What buy no in a match we changing the year planting for food and jobs. Hey. That was the money.
Where is Bodira?
Yes. That was the money they used it for that purpose.
Bodira.
What you say? It is near John Mama can say. You make sure say over to Myanmar investors are there abba and now me no can say 24-hour economy. How about I started Ghana Port and Labos Authority? I started what the Nigeria about started being. I was at 2 a.m. Also 2 weeks ahead. GR boss and said 2 weeks ahead. 1 year man battle. 1 year man in our duty in advance. This is the government that Ghanaians need, and I know say Opepa any adwene pa John Mama na ndisi amawo Ghana betum pon
meda Kofi Busua se papa ma membra hobium lawyer yenhwe G-Tech ho nsensem Dr. Jinapo sisi adama aye say hey wo doctor no nyesa wo professor Edinsembe Breaba ko so bon kwedi why say akoye say under this government that is in near sausage yeah no about so no make account yenti
yo me na me das unu say empenifo na omchro Ghana constitution em say omonim de pa o nti say wo hwe ne ahia ansa na wo de abaye minister ana DC ana appointee bia wo aban mu a yamfa educational title bi an share danka ho yamfa hwe anka ho eyemfia wo se wudi ni se e wo se wo ye citizen ndi mi fan se bia e wo se wo ye minister first so qualify so be MP na wo so qualify so be MP a na say at least wudi be 21 years eno so echi no e wo so wo ye Ghanani enti se wo ye oman bia so ni ndi nanka qualification is anema na eka ho no enu munim na ansa na obetimi ay president so no e wo say ultimi di 40 years and above and enu so no qualification bi ani e say ultimi we ye Ghanani so into this issue about qualifications say obi a doctor obi a professor obi a ne keka ho no nka no de emfa amamu ne ho hwe no your politics na ye wo Ghana no ai abeye se ya ne ma ho kwan se
enyesa
party bi ewini a e wo se omo ana omo ho ansa na party ne ba no oyi omu nyina fi ho no de ono an nkofo ba because o hwe anamo a Dr. Jinapo na Dr. Jinapo 2 year na eche se opepa na nientia ema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eja ne se ofia banda da ni mu na ba na nso ontena ho no eya ye defeated de che se on de odwen se o ye nyina ye Ghana fo nti se ukuta di bia bi mu na ya ba enye hwe continue ye wadwuma no but uhwe Dr. Jinapo ana muntu na otu nani esi NDC for especially appointees so e kan ejuma ho obi go bisa se kan ejuma ho ese se o pese o set up institution na omo assess se wo nia ye de set up institution na wait me set up institution but me nua nyina ya dance for uni institution se wo Ghana ha ebi ushia obi a university now any interactia ubobusa say university be no koy because
it's true
ne kasa ne ye nana muntu ni suban ni bibia nkyere se wa first school bi mama school no so fa mu school dia wo kwa e wa se wo first school no na school no so fa mu na sa won nanti first school nim na school bi ani wa e be fa mu a upia obi ahu se na we na ya start kan we na na che se there be enema nko ye bet ye obebire wo man mu ushi o ma onipa no ne kasa sebi ne beni de no krampo a okeka si ani no krampo no ensi ani sebi me wie ho EP nia ayi me tutor onyu akaba kire me no krampo no senka ho na me si a metimi aka se ne fami mu no emu odu esen ni onipa no ese Odifi University about na so G-Tech 40 ho omo ye assessment omo grant omo permit se omo fa mu school na omo de bu school schools ni bi ho akwa even enipa na ewo mu a omo ye akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ na nkasa nkrampo oni omo interactia oni omo interactia o say na we ɔkyerɛ den onipa no eden pa no so ɔkyerɛ ɛwɔ saa institution ya wo mu because onipa na nkasa ne ye ne kasa ne ni sua huni ni nim de enkyere obi a ade na ose o kyere no onim hu bibi nanso sankrofo nya enkrofo a gtech assess omo a waji atum say omo wo sa qualification no betimi e de training krofo ama abe tena yeso eni aye ejuma nanka se oti he yo se opese otoa wadisua so e wo amanonia ye school na ye wo ha no ye be kire se nia wonya wa ha no fako baby na yen assess se nia ye wo ha no ene nia omuso mu hia wo ho no eye pe a na wankasa wo de akọ no wetua hoka no mo esa assessment no ama sanso ena se obi pese ofi baby bi fan se ofi Nigeria na oba ha wo se ye assess no di fi Nigeria aba no ede tutu ye de no ho hwe se nia yen ye wo ha no ne nia onipa no so di e ba no eye pe ana eboebura se eno ni omajuma a wo so mo ye na we de obi ti ho o se wakusua de o baby ya mana bodini ya friend doctor nti o yusu no doctor no se o ko pa adwuma na adwuma wura se adwuma yi a me de ma wi gisa we ye doctor na obetimi ayenti krata na ana bodin krata na wo de bae no fabra na yemfa nko gtech na gtech nko hwe se enne nia mihia ne ye pe a a different ball game.
Okay.
Who say you when you no bi wo omanyimu a omakwa medicine other countries. So also work medicine or other country. Oba na obidu omanyimu a na wako medical and dental council. Near the ato chro. Osi nya osi ukosua no ehun so hweni chro. Mfemu a wafem. Oma mbefemu no omfemu a no oma join ye. Oma mfemu a no mu gusu no musua no mu chro. Obetimi a chro dodo bi a ope. Uko country fofo o se o makoye law. Me ye lawyer wo ho. Ubedu Ghana. Na ya ma okwan bra na ye ninu miense bi wo ho a wo sa we ye de ka ho na ye ye won so hwe. Ufemu a ya ma wa abodin krata na Ghana so wa start practice. Na se en untimi ntu sa na mo ba ku mienu ya untimi maga na me frɛ ho lawyer. Nti se bibi wo ho saa ehia se obi kɔ tukwan kɔ na okɔgye abodin krata as a doctor. Enye medical doctor. Ada academic PhD no okɔgye wo ba bia wo se obefa assessment bi mu ansa na otimi de sa abodin na to ne ho so a o se gtech for ma nyina yehu na nyina yehu na obi ba na obo ne ho nsamana ne se me doctor ana me professor wonso to wa watimi ebusa ne se na oba ye no gtech for ahwe won krata ma hu se ampa abodin krata na oji ye e abodin krata papa na ko si se ye bedu ho no ni omo ye die obi ante ase na Dr. Gina Ponso no baby all kika kono amom kita sa abodin no doctors the professors e wo mayimu omo doso papa omo doso na ebi wo benkum ebi nso wo nifa enti wutimi ntu ani nsi nifa fo no so I say omo ye NDC appointees ne omo known NDC persons nkwa no mo de why you say obahwehwe omo academic titles ni yen adwuma sa nka wo frɛ ha no no ne hu sɛ wo adwuma na adwuma na wo yɛ no krampo no wo sa 2 minutes sɛ e wo sɛ wo yɛ sa adwuma na na sɛ obi na ma na wa frɛ sɛ udina abodina ukita no enya abodin papa sometimes me say Hassan Ayariga ka say ono kra de yem frɛ no emisa no say abodina wo de ato ho so no unya wo he oti ya no say yes onye qualified enya sana ye abuse positions nti I was all revising the notes na o set it up no ankasa mra no de adwuma no o hwem se nia o ye no o wo hutumi so ye nya wo ye nana na so ni sa tumi na on backtrack na on some review
Meda senti lawyer Dennis Eufori asietu na yetene kama menko ebusuapeni ye hwe GTech nsami
meda se na kiniko na me hwe won of friends call mandate call mandate of GTech na me hwe na at least wo enema be mienu ne miensa zawti ase na it seems ba ko pe no won ayere won ho say they will focus on na focus na won focus on so no ni nyina kwakogina one political party so and na ayere say what the other side because of the leader of GTech o GTech nankasa no Dr. Jinapo nankasa the ya obedi sade we no enyo kwampa so so position no da no na unim say na a new time ese so wode ni so
sa
NMPP fo e force de ni so e wo UPSA so what you say wo ye inauguration ni ade ntia manfo bi guy kura ni ade say ese say ye ba yetumi reverse sa ni o ma no rectify say no ni kwan of fast nya ade no ni so there bi say the avenue a kind of Dennis kind of sometimes you know just give some room opportunity for others no improve one say they are crofo for one no e yampa na say
yampa
but what me approve at the Ghana for nyina say ni crofo dwene wo no ho no saa note unim minia aya me won say GTech if we start no was started wo Professor Adey Moso so obekaya Professor Adey and Professor Adey a challenge no Professor Adey a challenge ni bi no enu anu na kodai GTech Moso mo Professor Adey de no so biem da won tumi nkyira won koma Professor Adey ema obi ehun sa letter no public ayi unless that maybe I stand to be corrected what you say obi ehun sa de ne ye okay wo wi enu no de ko ba afọ agimendua so Professor ba afọ agimendua e no de ko no so no so keka na adwene e kire won e fe du wo wi enu o se nkrofo a won won anya wo kromu ya no e ya ndisi fo no sorry and we see we so sorry and we see we so sorry me say no okwan a wo fa so this appointment ni man no kra no na enye time no no and wo for so yi and wo de ade ne share no kon nanso ebirum ye ya sen kai yentwi nanso wo so nyai na wonyai no okwan a wo fa so ni say ene senye Professor Yesu ya na Dr. Tanko enye Dr. Tanko na ye Hassan Yarga
kra that time did you do
ono de on de okachire won also be si won Professor Yesu kachire won say me say one what dey sa we ni koma ayi o friends afenyo e wo vetting committee yes say one for Mr. Professor but the Professor Yesu Dankwa insisting kachire say this is what I obtain. I idea masunyade 15 years as a move and say surgeon.
Surgeon.
I will ono what's a one practice wo field and what chirade and an ensaka. NTFA okwan be so na mo pese mo ye no. Enu achi no up to date. Menim say Professor enu friend say ne lawyers so actually akoma won. I don't know what is wrong. One mandate, you know, the only a year when we focus upon a year. Answer. We don't hear them apart from these things. Okay. I don't think I won't call as often now for one professor doctor. You know, one call one so. Why they don't mention them?
Assemblies of God so they are. He say, wow, we are doctor, so for mu use our titles in the anja.
Yes. Iti ono no GTech na dey no on common so on class of no so
herbalist free of the
herbalist free and na
doctor
the late cabinet chairman me kuma ba ko and am be ye call sra no manfe na ye sra no ofie no no de obi chia so na da for ni no ye doctor o ye doctor nti won wo friend doctor ntimi aya hwehwemu na ya mepen say jakakra me kosua wo GIJ no enti ya na me de bɔ me ho ban kakra anko to bi kwa chi no tua me maame ɛwɔ hɔ good so would baby a obo obi ya de ma wa say oka ntimi ya na kwa na me yan me no one on one and then business doctor a hospital bang and also me heba biana me ho adwuma. Can you imagine them? So okay. Want to be a mobile baby kukura pote. Don't say it, no. Na me na share them. Na kwa me na so to introduce ya kwa na doctor. Ucha do different than na kwa do so jeso. Nti sa heba.
No be a friend a doctor.
Na me siafu ya sa da me siafu awa enyim mote.
Doctor of herbs.
It's so more. Again, you see training.
Obi a be training bia no ho. So I say, but what they are doing, the whole thing I can say, Dr. Jinapo, yenim say we MPP ni, e clear obi enim, enye fe na wo de be sie, men fancy hinta odua bi achi. Na mfa so nya say NDC fu bi wo ha, you want to disgrace them, amfa. Ana tie. Sometimes you know me bra can say me when him say and you be a work school nkoyando ni menyanza.
Oh yes,
you won krofu be say Katie Yamon or a lawyer so kasa wote
okanya sempa
so won Katie Yamon also a lawyer oh ko law school abrochiri but okanya sasema say ya wote seba omia or economist pa or ko school ko sia de or PhD. Say you know but no economy once about it. Obey practical
okay economy was
digital say anything that make a choice and your school no kumano when say Lawrence buy no and no and this MPP for fire and what the year is a way would wear veranda boys and you just
veranda boys and girls
and you just too many other two cool and you catch on say and this year man you cool nipa yen wombo and you nipa woni academic qualifications.
Juma so
dance and yes I was a titu a buffalo say a titu for and this for no you want people who are brainy and you pin brain and these people doesn't have pin brain I move from saying members we have brainy people. Look at Dr. Kwakuba, look at Neo Kaja Adamafio, look at move from Dr. Kwameneji, look at Uncle Tutubi Kwache. Look at Atua Hoy. Look at Professor Kwame Hoy. Look at Kwame Pepra. Like Alaji Sinari. Look at them. Look at Mufreza Hana Tete.
And I can say crime Nantua or my joining.
Some time on the Valanda boys and girls at the time. Now we are now preparing now Kasoba Bisuno Sabi Jefi Okujato, the late Omane Buama Felix Kwacho Fosu. Look at them. That is what you say, baby. Names are we a lawyer. Baby, names are young baby.
Veranda boy
and girl. You see, but any person also, and Rollins here then, obey you so. Look at them, Profua. Rollins do 1 year, Juma. I achieve so much. What is it far or money this so not economy no a 0 point something 18 nothing to so no kasa start so as your railway line the people that runs you so no nipa near from Veranda Boys and Girls.
Veranda Boys and Girls.
You see, I don't remember NDC down so. Muntie, near JTech for you know, Ghana for Muntie. You were well educated personalities. NDC. You were Kukudam Pa. And I want Nipa Waya Papa Shuka form. Now so by NDC Mua, Sa Papa Shuka for Red Waya Juma.
Yeah, sure.
Because when Nipa the other night, that the Timono, so man, a opportunity. You work. And NDC people loved NDC appointees. They love Ghana. They put Ghana first. And said, "Na political party to make a say, yeah, property owning democracy."
Omude na den biem no mbe ya
boy. Biem.
Bibia no mbe ya boy.
Ye wo coat bi sa coat ni bebre nim. Sa dankwa busi amon. Sa coat na no wo shed wo friend tail coat.
Echire no
go from tin you won tail coat. Enu no wodi mhye. No onga de no say yemra be mu na yem amass work. But NDC people would never do that. When him say NDC they would be man dey bia dem so. Oh ye na adwuma pere na o say we na we deserve a okone baby. And didn't know that so ti krom han. MPP try at that time say you feel power 2000 NDC lose power. MPP JH Achampong JH Mensa a former majority leader MPP. Oh yeah Bono say yes. So Sunyani West. Yes, MP. Yes. When you say Bokai, I said by the time we finish trying the NDC corrupt people, there will be no NDC. Up to date, look at NDC. NDC is growing from strength to strength. Nobody can destroy unto victory. Nobody can destroy NDC.
Yes.
Nobody, because we have honest and truthful people. People are one dream boma, you elite you middle class you phone but we blend everybody into appointment akosia obia ne baby o she obia ne baby o ye obia ne na nwode wo dey news ya definitely ebeba na nkrofu friend ebeba no matter what it is
enti u can say what
we are saying what we are telling Dr. Gina Pone say he should focus on the mandate and we say to regulate academic credentials. Yes, but in the account more now, as I saw here now, when you go there, Nema 5 on concentrate to no so. Nema Ghana and Timpong. No, yeah, Miss Uncle as of for so. When we could title, yen baby, when you know, just $20,000. When your title says here, $10,000, you get a title. Doctorate, that is the whole thing. Because
me a doctor,
na yeding.
Sociologically.
When you say a young chairman, I say don't get your car say me. Also school people Jimmy.
What Jimmy?
And academic credentials in the BBR. There are some people, young papaya, the BIA can answer me. Oh yeah, a very good entrepreneur will chroma. No credentials. I say come here, let's fight the money make it. Azuma Nelson. And then one make it come. Baby, one credentials here day. But look at the way I want Ankasa Peja Wong and want to me at Tina Woma. And Nipa was one acquire professor, one why and emeritus. And they don't even own one block factory. But these people, so those academic credentials now, one concentration will be they will try and bring some people down. They should allow them. Let the Ghana move on. And the most important thing I say.
You see, say if it is part of their mandate, say regulate credentials.
Yes.
And yet media and the social media.
That is it.
And on regulation. Say me they are to me who so na me friend me who lawyer Dennis na me lawyer. Yaba frame me, yes, be frame me. Na ne was say catch me, ya catch me, o license we he, the friend da ben, u be lawyer da ben. Mantimi ankyere yes jai. Na say bia sanction bi ho a ye de amame anya social media mu ye de be ba be. That's simple as that. Oni pa no friend no doctor no nye doctor communicate with the person. Tell the person to stop. Na jai say, this how the to social media. Obi mpo de ni de o yanene kan you na ohun na social media say yes we the PhD no kitan fake enye sa na eduma
China Natural Herbal Hospital boy bi papa aku pressure say bre no mu fengi yawe wo di Petroleum ni fi ho ye massage therapy ho physiotherapy dwumade no mu di spine na waist ana knee ana neck shoulder ni na no bebo wa hwe pain e fi ho sa so na diabetes, high blood pressure, burning sensations, wood doing down at you, prostate in how, and our menstrual disorders, arthritis in how, Be come for China Natural Herbal Hospital the Amojomacha Kwan wo Pokwasi ACP Kwa Benya Road behind Star Oil Ashamaye Ajay Kujo Sami Ajay Street opposite New Queen's Court School from 0244 4357 6 3 and 0243 715004 na bibia ntwe nkonkan lift kit na medro so lift kit capsule say me pacho eboa digestion papa enhance metabolism saso na bo yi niam mbo ni pedwani na afi ho na liver function support there ebebo yi papa nti liver function support na say liver nsense bi ebe wonya bi no ma ebebo ho ban kama pa na bo ni pedwani kama enye na organ ha bibia to adro bia so open one asem ebisa obetumi afra 0244 068447 no nimpenny for edin come victory garlic mixture we are ronya bi no my bebo ye papa obi ho anana come boy pre eto se bia na wonsa no na etitriti sa so no we disu to me okusu we can for victory garlic mixture amount improve blood circulation na ebuani pa ye papa nti victory garlic mixture enye na organ ha bibia eto adro bia woko kan chicken swalk eba do bi open won se betumi aka for 020 129 3280 and 020 545633 na me pacho bebre musunya binto no mo no nje wo mapo muden ex na chom no wote nso amuda hokrogen unye bi no me ape no your 350 ml your 500 ml na your 750 ml ene no nsia obetumi asave parties ase family celebration occasion bi ase your friend ex na chom no water abofo to no mpeni to me no te nso a me pacho bebre no ndu bi omde egum no wonnuma etumi bo ni padue yi papa open the way to Aquaton, obetumi di weni atwem XYZ broadcasting ya himfia ye wo so abebrese street oba dudu bia openo kase opank Robert Odebema sa so na okomel koma won sebekebi and obetumi afre factory was 0596 273546 0596 273546 and 0596 273547 0596 273547 no nimpen phone kasa no momo bi na osoto na enkonkan kama sa be pacho bebre Safari Valley Eco Resort na medru so Safari Valley Eco Resort West Africa ha nkran Ghana ha na ewo mountains Muntie ni Okre District Mountains de wu when obehu Safari Eco na Safari Valley Eco Resort a 4-star Forest Lodge Resort West Africa bi ni ha te pacho dru ha 24 hours time obedu biano omo ye adwuma zebra mara mbo bebre nankasa giraffe antelope ni ade obehu ebi wo ho saso na me pacho bebre baby obeded who ni problem omo world class accommodation rooms wa de ma won show bibia hoye kama pa say a wedding and honeymoon birthday party celebration ni na no obenya baby aye no ho omo private swimming pool me pacho bebre oni wadofo anase webushia monkwa na monya swimming pool omo run restaurant wo ho restaurant omo local ni foreign local and continental dishes local and continental dishes ni na ubenya bi ho na atona bibie tumi akonkan na wodidi kama mboa ne de ni nbia ahoro so sisiwa me pacho oma enije ho no bradre na ase so cycling a horseback any riding fishing on man made canal and san omo 9 hole golf ni na no ebi ho a bradre na ase so your friend Safari Valley Eco Resort. If you want to acquire an obetumi afre for reservation 0596 914394 0596 914394 idini Safari Valley Eco Resort for any chemo ho na wonu ho de biara da Medimosis saw the Medimosis garlic capsules abedwa man so and to Medimosis garlic capsules say me pacho winye bi ebebo papa improve air blood circulation saa so na wonsa no na tititi ebeboa cholesterol level no keeping in check papa yi examine bo ni pedwe ne beyini na afi ho ansa na boost immune system no kutia yara hurina enti we can for medimosis garlic capsules de amo pebinom na wo yare onya binom ebeboa ne boost immune system no saa so na me pacho bebre medimosis de clinic dada wo kwa ye prostate disorders sexual weakness bema no ba awire problem hypertension and diabetes sciatica typhoid fever malaria fever stroke any STIs me can for medimosis anasa medimosis clinic na me can for more medimosis clinic na me can for more omo dentist wo ho me pacho dental problems in na so wo kwa medimosis bebo yi papa adenta opposite the police station ASL building inside Ghana Highways Authority yard Accra Ministry sa Ajay Kojo opposite school for the deaf and sana Kumasa Ahima Kokobin Santaso Obuase kwan so 0244 068 447 na oni omundi ko bona bibia ntumi enko enkansa power specialist Heba Hospital na Medrus for omaji award for rare friend hepatitis B so na B C and A ni na wokwa omehwe papa prostate enlargement and immune system booster omeboa and also fibroid ni kidney stones ye wo jurikadri for male vitality so na Heberton make sure immune system support ni na no nya bia beboa pa maybe bia etumi akọ enkansa entitie me enkra ha de ekwabenya ACP kwan so a power hospital bus stop wa udru ha gina ho na koho so no Kumasi Feyase Bosomtwi road wa Edu Aya junction Takrade Anaji Estate Omuba Hantaman Road Bank wa so ubehu omo ho frefra 0244 5444 42 and 0200 383831 na wodin pedifo ndin komo na bibia entumi enkonkan me de se mu na mu fiesin na menim se akotia de mu nan be ye ntientia ho moma ye nhwe akotia by election siame adoma 2nd September lawyer into
quick one answer na me ba kotia so minyan mo bia koye machia mu nyina woni na start ba ne de manchia asembisi minyan no NDC for omohwe samri mo bia koye titu tapa buto asene tapa na for machia mu nyina mi wie so a na nkaibo bia ba e wo se ye kai nyan no manyo bia na e be obet wakenkan yes, 27th of this month. You know, more Burkina baby bagredam. Someone not before a catcher. You know, along the white and black water, and they say, Omum Huga. Na says I'm ready, you do more. And yasempa. Na Msafin Sudie. So na topao nti bebi yiri dada senke ye na nkansuo no anhye da nto ha saa na hano tade no mu eda ho na efamu so ayedia nka you ebe ye kakra be ne no yiri dada ni esen bebu biegum nti enya asempa nti binua no bepe bebi afa omunko echirichirichiri yempese ni experience afibia etwetwemu no ye san experience bibiom na minua ye maka no say wie na yenkwa akotia na nsa be kwa akotia ne bebusa say
bepese ye besan esisusu biom bepa cho say na na bi na asem okaye no aye radio ye be ye wode ko wanim na eri so iti asem bia na bi kan fa na MPP amayeko omo position or aye akotia
niame chere nyina say akotia ede ne yekoye yeko by election na by election no cry bebusa say ehun faso nke hia ehun faso ne dey na hum say Ghana ya chiche yemu about 276 samre into constituencies obia wonia ogina na name na osi na name of parliament nti ni amra ne chere ne say se ko base ebia MPB yarenti ana ejuma foforo binti ejuma foforo no ene yehu bi pen Iben Chambers
okay mentwa wa no yentie asema IGP invite party reps na bi asema waka say MPP Jumedio Mbedi or Akutia yentie mra.
The police gave us the assurances, but we said that assurances are built on confidence. We also expressed our dissatisfaction with the conduct of the Ghana police, especially in the recently held rerun of about 19 polling stations in Ablekumanov. We said that thugs who were linked to the NDC, who caused mayhem, their images are all over. The videos all over. And as we speak, the Ghana police has not effected any decisive arrest. We saw a communique that stated that they have arrested 2 persons. We don't know what came up. We don't have any update. Were they put before the court? Are they on remand? We don't even know anything at all. So we were very, very, very strong on this particular point. And then the IGP said that, look, they are also serious about it, and we should even expect that even today, by close of today, some arrest would be made. We also mentioned it to the IGP that, look, if they want us to rely on these assurances, then they must work on what happened in Ablekumanov. Why? Because if a stalwart of the New Patriotic Party or even any ordinary member is coming to Akwatia with the mindset of what happened to Honorable Howard Kumsin and my deputy, clearly the person is going to protect himself. And I've kept saying this, that for the New Patriotic Party, we are going to protect ourselves.
Enti nana boache nana bi na sem no so mo ba no be protect o mo dey na be protect yenti
ende waka de mami kan ye here me ba no so na nu say by election no enye owu nko na de ba ebi wa yare betimi de aba ebi won so obanya adwuma pa na na me kan Akwatia by election enye your first by election.
Oh, ene
by elections there no na count by say 32 or 33 or something. By election ye kwakoye nti ya by elections ebi by elections bi wo ho a ye di nimdie na call by election no nti by election de eye obi na film na ye kwako replace no ehun hia say be kwakoye etutu asem ne basabasa ye ama nipa bia so asai efrimu abato adwenkyere baby amimi finu ya no ne ebe ma ye din ne ya campaign ne ya kire ne ya betumi aye na wonso wa kire ne ya betumi aye eda ne dru so a ye de ahyehye so NDC ye was strategy ye de call elections yenim se ne ye ma amanfo pie beto aba yenim se ne ye to aba ne wi a ye bo aba ne ho ban yenim se ne ye bo aba ne ho ban wi a ye kinkan aba no yenim se ne ye kinkan so a ye kekasi ani yenim se ne ye kekasi ani so wi a ye announce ano na ye abato enye se obi ikoto obi twede ana obi ikobo obi na unim ne o se se ombe kwa Akwatia na ombe ji IDP edia wo se ne esi wo Ablekumanov etu ho na mo na na esi wo aya waso weso go no bi etu ho na mo enu kwa de MP mu a ye hwe no sotro sa sotro no me sure say sa me na me ni ahode a metimi dia feti sotro me na e bom sa sotro no bi by this time crank am recover because e mema na enu kwampo no mema ya show uniform amomu state vehicle ekita etuo ene de omko boot mamufuo so
asemo
yetutu tuo bo obi mu ebubo obi aso pepia bi gu ba bi etifa yeso yeseti up commission omo ayeka se omo afum enti entu omo so sa no ahwan etu omo so sa yentu omo so sada
yeah em short
azugu yes em short commission no de buy en azugu mu nyina wo ho obi anya obi ahwe double mu nyina wo ho obi anya obi ahwe so what I say nti ya wie na ne eno hu mpone hu enye say equalize you eno hu mpone hu kene esi otachima ye boni petu pe man wotwe eto ye nkola kra omo nto aba ni bi omo ye behwa adefo omo so firi mu eno krampo ye ntu omo so ye ntu hu anamon bia so man ena eno hu mpone hu keke esi wo ayawa so wesogo na unim ne ha me wosa abato onim ne nsansensem no imagine say ye ko ejeso ye party mpenifo abaye announcement say yenko ye party mpenifo say yenko we yan no asori akose mimi ye NDC candidate meko energy say ko independent
party so nko
o say meko o kwa na o ko independent because na o ko independent ni we so o ba start fit to ye ma o kwa ma o me contest bi party a discipline room party a mpeni room party a nimdie room party a anamonto bi a yetu bia no nhihye da ho na we dia party ni say yenko na candidate no at the party symbol no say meko no dia konso ampa na party peni atam pepper spray ahye ne bag mu amose mu nko ukoye de wo ho question be bisa say oho na amose mu nko na wukọ ho no ukoye de ene wakọ na wukọ nso no wankọ nimdie so udi kokromoti ene koye mpeni so say udi kokromoti kwayi a ye de bibi ne ja wokwan ena wakọ hia na wo de aba abampapa wo ho nso nti yesi ye betu hu anamo to no so koso IGP krasa ka kire say ya chi nkrofo be ye nwotwe ye gusu a ye hwehwe nkrofo a eka ho nya chi omo uyo bi krampo a ubehu say wa breso na unim dia a wo de be yesa wa breso wa ma kwanya ama IGP antime entu sa na mo ena abampapa bi wo ho a wa ma IGP kwan a wo de ye na adwuma nti wotime tu anamo even crampo no ye suspect say omo yes ani ye president ne party mampo mu wa ma kwanya say police mu ye madwuma ama ye chichi omo na eno na wokọ akwati ana wo begina ho hia se ye ka say mu kwa mu protect mu ho protection na protection ade ye de na ye ko fear ye dwa yura ni bia na ana mbese bulletproof ana mko de sekan be show mu ana mu de tuo be show mu na unim ye NDC for the abato na ye ko ye prepare say ye kokunto kwa ena abato na ye ko no so ye share say ye ni obi ko ye basa but yenso ye nko gina ho say obi a wabasa obe protect no ho no obeba abe attack yen ena ye ni akito basintalika say obeye kra ye beye keke efise mpeni aka to ofri tititi se kukuru bia ni ho a keke bia nso ni ho nti se wo afa kukuru na ma yenso ye nya keke ye de ye aba no ne yesi ye ko wini ye di candidate ye di lawyer papa aba ye kwa akwaji 2 minutes di ama no no abeka ho already no ye mu ye nim se parliament na mo no you bet me consider mo crampo class mo insignificant because anamon bia e pese yetu ana ginai bia e pese yesi mo ka ho a enyema mo firi mu a entosi nti de e pese ye bia Ghana for ma yetu minu to the point where at the papa bia ye pese ye de boa Ghana bia na e bet me ye de boa Ghana for nti ye share na hia mo sa and also interest
to was here NPP
Debi our parliament micro mini tiny minority yen said am for mu yen so to say omo ba omo pen omo ba omo manso a omo pe na omo ti omo fie to omo sem share dan hia yes and also interest we na beda ho na yen chom say mumfa omo fa omo de koye de akotia for no hia mpuntu omo hia MP oni MCO se DC no beti omo ho ase no mba ye adwuma ede aboa omo mpuntu aba akotia enye MP a obeba be ma ne ho so say ono ye fa dream of parliament e dey at the paba now wa sorry dey afenyi echi no man work it out nti okokodu akwatia onimu asem papa bia oni DC ni ko tena ho aka onimu ne course enye sa MP ni bi na akwatia for pe nti o se akwatia for na kasa no omo nim ne ye o nti no omo betena se asese akinkan ahihye ahu se aba no e wo so omutuma NDC nti ye kodo na woni team kobo match woni se match ya me kobo yi eye de ya me wini makodu a mo bebo ball anu akota ball na to atwene sa na ebobo enye sa na wini nti ye nim se ko wini nti emfa tutu asem nko eno so nkyere se MPP for me hu na ye anaye o mbe hu na ye sen emire bi mikai emire bi na former President Rawlings eko otumfo fie no mko ere na he says samre no na President Kufo enete akunya no ena omo se President Rawlings bodyguard no etuo bon pistol bon ha no mko so tuo no ye gidigidi ni o kan se na emotia obehunu bia sasabonsam ena obabehunu na no na MPP before probi ehunu na NDC for ye asongo no mo ba behunu na e dey ehunu na ye nche da nsuro hwe sa
okay
so ta say intino akotia no de ya boa ye ho ne yeko e na ahoboa no so ayeye no enye atutu asema ahoboa nemum omo ba mu ndi omulemu omo member as polling agents and voters
okay
omo meye gidigidi because omo yeke
keso beke yo ebusia yentie akotia violence
na memfa opportunity na me say Uncle Abraham Kumisen the Federation of Labor
ye cheche na pa daddy
also hosho na ya de pa nya me nshira ye na me nua agbasi se be fiaso ye chia no o ye CEO papa ti agbasi ye chia o NFA Apostle Jackson agbesi no ye wi on to ka me share wa
homo preparation no ko
ncho no me share wa
agbe ye kwa ablekuma ye kwa ablempe
ye be ko
enti ono no o to ka me share akakakra de yapon
ono so de wapon 5 me ko bo 6 enti agbesi ye twen
yes when him say prepare am no ka say akoti aba election ye mpenumfo ni bebre wo fom
oh yes
akugan monra omedi wakoni abanura opake kwai na David Dakuji no yes one Mustafa
Bande
ena Yamin okay won wadangure mo won wadangure ni mo ho de dada
okay
Dr. Tanko munyina koka ho wo fom enti ni MPP fu ye ya na bi ti ya na okasa na bi ahwia de hi ogwarapo ahwia oni hina okugwarapo
asemu
ahwia de bi gwarapo yoti ase na pompo wo ya gigigigi uba motiema o checheche wo de aduru beka ho na bi agu walidi MPP agu wo gani ma se pata emra so wo ma na sika so mfanya campaign no ni MPP full report na wo de buy no page 147 what's no de ahwe ma o de ma de da dantum ni ade the report so we go round kwa report Makokwe's report good you see I dey person chere ne say ono no say IGP to me arrest Ablekuma perpetrators na wo be for ho adwere a protect won on prosecute won maybe say na bi said the menu kai nipa hin wo atumi a prosecute won since Ayawas West wagon by election unim say hana bisi wo bo na sum how kumsin no point authority crofun wo bo na sum wo Legon campus wo eno dibri ka ewura ne kam pa eno tu because na man the fed way dey wo ba more e wo no so enu achi no na bi aka kire yem pen say yande ye kwa kwetia na esane IGP ni subanti wo ba bo wo ho ba ene NDC fo na bi American
Obakobi there, Onankasa Bakobi.
Well, you see, the problem is say, Pesa me catch and say one fanny in qua perecasima if apreke sema de bia na nani ha no si ho nti wani ya pocho ya mfa nko patapa pie to bia wo de mra na woro o ti ase so o se na ho ya den no ndo obefa protection ko no person de ko one ni eni muso obetumi aya na se obefa nsekanga na tuo that is their nature modus operandi nefe what the pepper spray because ko book hawa kumsi ni say hawa kumsi ni awoye no abre kumam hawa wodi kokoromoti kwa yi what the story na ja wo kwan sadi ene na muka kire ye
ni amankan waka story wanyaka
kokoromoti bia ni wa ni opa kire de say uko baby na wa ye won sade say na so wo de be yawa kokoromoti ni sisi akanfo wonya ye wo say o yaw kakraka pa obebu di sen
obi kan wo dia we ku
wa yo poso na wonya iko yes ade do so kan ni bia bebo story
Tana sutana say mo thank you to beat on amante
won
obo
nanka na wo pa
di ne mu pa
one day you won hwade tie ore ka say one prosecute nkrofo na ntisa obepo me pese me bisa ne say na champion na aye waso mo friend say email shot ne report no so one reprimand no wanya no hwe enne sabra na champion no pese odi MPP fu edim the same guy who amumu say mumu chi obi so obi nko chi obi no wodi no odi bode no mutu bi pentika esa obi oton mobile phone wo cycle aye Samia Oku bodyguard double wonu say na ye wini power no ma double adwane afikuro ya
not so London
wona ma na gba ye wini ya no ma no tu pa do koi and now baby jina be kire ne police fo ne NDC fo ne amomo pe because mo ye Ghana fo siko bia en kai na wo ko fa mercenaries efi Serbia no one be fi South Africa ebeteni won kofu na wonya wo ho fa bi no this time nobody will allow them so wonim no ko yes ade ni bi ma those people will never return, they will never return. And the IGP and his team no jajaja wonu oba ni nkrofo nya nije power police IGP nkrofo abenya ni je nyina ye nya awiri chemu wo mu me sina wo bebire tenasiye na fa ne matutu ye na wanya obemadu yabu aka wosim efei akwetiafo muntie oyene ba ne ane papati ase
embre ne tin bonto no
oyene ba ene ne ane papati ase ne aba nyina ne se muntu aba ne ma obia obetumi akọ hene ho ne nakwa kasa aka na sumsem na mpontodwuma aba ukotu MPP fu a number na wo no enye hwi enko ba bia tu NDC fu ne wontu bi fa mpuntu eni nyuma pa menu akofi da akora ose mo fire na so be de besia
no hu se wo ba ne ni aka
yenko na yenko fa enyuma pa emra Ghana na ma Ghana nko denim me da bonyina ase
mamenda Kofi Abusia pen ase o senior communications a team member de ma NDC so na a lawyer Dennis Ofori Asiedu ono so a private legal practitioner ekuku da mi na me no mu di dwuma me am di ho chiam ye from Nicholas ya Usu Osen mamenda production team ni na Mr. Kelvin Asante Rav Jampo Abbas ne Peter Cranting Ansana Emmanuel Kisi my back cameras are also for a Prince and Sana Elvis and Kofi the boy so a dinner I am Elvis and I'm the gift ya say yeah my musu the news papa in a can a bro puma akrane dache hima okay akrane dache hima no the news papa in a can de brain it's yes one bad the video be essential. Have a wonderful evening.